Hello, my name is Celeste Hamilton. I was raised in Hagerstown, Maryland, a town renowned for having its own heroin highway. Growing up in an area with such drug popularity made me no stranger to poverty. I've witnessed poverty during my walks around town, in my classmates, friends, and even behind the doors of my own home. I'm here today to discuss poverty and its impacts on one's health, the back half of poverty that is often missed by those who simply observe it. The United States Census Bureau defines poverty thresholds based on level of need. If a household's total income is less than the poverty threshold for that family, the entire household is considered to be in poverty. This provides evidence to the fact that poverty is relative, whether that's relative to each individual family or relative to a region. For this reason, I will be focusing on the impacts of poverty specific to the United States, characterized by the scarcity or the lack of certain commodities that are required for the lives of human beings. Also, according to the United States Census Bureau, as of February of 2022, 14.4% of individuals residing in the United States are experiencing poverty. It would not be unreasonable to brush off such a small percentage as being insignificant, to assume that poverty does not impact a large group of individuals. 14.4% of our population is roughly 48.1 million people. That is over 48.1 million individuals in the United States alone that face poverty and its havoc daily. That being said, poverty is much more than not having enough money. It's more than what you can superficially observe. It also impacts your health. Health can be defined by its array of subtypes to include physical, mental, and social health. Poverty impacts each and every one of these components in their own unique way. Physical health is defined by the well-being and proper function of one's body. Poverty's impact on an individual's physical health is blatant. A Harvard analysis of Internal Revenue Service income records in comparison to life expectancy found that impoverished individuals are expected to pass 10 to 15 years sooner than those who are financially comfortable, citing that low-income communities have the tendency to smoke and drink more as a form of coping. These claims are supported by the U.S. National Cancer Institute and the World Health Organization. Additionally, per the Assistant Secretary for Planning and Evaluation Research Brief, individuals under the poverty line are 2.1 times more likely to misuse opioids. For many poor individuals, adequate health care is not available. This, coupled with unhealthy habits that run rampant in low-income communities, makes the cause for the shortened life expectancy of impoverished individuals obvious. Many of the observed tendencies that I've just mentioned can be blamed on a lack of proper coping outlets that low-income individuals do not have the resources for. That being said, poverty is stressful. It weighs heavy on the minds of those who deal with it, impacting their emotional well-being, their mental health. According to analysis comparing suicide rates between income ranges, deprived individuals are up to 10 times more likely to commit suicide than those in affluent areas. This fact in and of itself goes to show that poverty has a serious negative impact on mental health. Further proving this point, according to the Money and Mental Health Policy Institute, a quarter of those seeking treatment for poor mental health also struggle financially. This statistic does not even scratch the surface of reality when you consider the fact that many impoverished people cannot afford to seek mental health care. Unlike physical health, mental health is not something that can be clearly observed. Regardless, those experiencing poverty are at higher risk for depression, anxiety, and several other mental health conditions due to inadequate resources and unsatisfied living conditions. Finally, social health is exemplified by one's ability to interact and form healthy relationships with others. Social health is known to be a cause and a consequence of both your physical and mental health. Child Fund Australia presents this idea through their observation, explaining that childhood malnutrition associated with poverty leads to low brain function as adults, which reduces thinking capacity, problem-solving ability, and active participation in education. These factors contribute to the poverty cycle as individuals find trouble breaking these trends. There is no doubt in my mind that poverty is deemed as a treacherous state to be in by all. But diving into the logistics of how poverty can impact one's physical, mental, and social health provides a new perspective on the trials, tribulations, and experiences of those who are stricken with it. Again, I'm Celeste Hamilton. Thank you.